Hello guys, good morning. So we are starting our class for today. Today we're gonna talk about Flexbox, and then we're gonna do the our we just continue with our project, right, on the design pattern of the page. Okay, like in web designing, how you think of, right, creating a page. Okay, everything is a small piece of box, or every element is a piece of box, right? One box. Okay, you have many boxes or many element inside the parent box. So saying parent box, right? So let's look at the, okay, let's add here index.html, and then we're gonna have the CSS, right? So style.css, and I will connect this CSS to my index page. So in the head section, I will link that, okay? Link tag and dot slash connect, select the style CSS. That's it. Now I will change the title. I'm saying learning flexbox, right? So always before you start CSS, use this universal selector and then make margin to 0, padding to 0, right? And box sizing to border box. Good, that is all you have to do. So how we can utilize this flexbox? See what happened, right? In flexbox you have the parent element. So let's create one parent element. This is a div and the class name is, well, I can call it anything, but I will write parent here. Then inside you're gonna get the child box, child, right? This can be anything, either the div or any element. Okay, does not matter. So I can say one, maybe class name, let's call it box, and then you're gonna have maybe box one. I'm gonna use two CSS class name, right? The first one is box, which will be common throughout all this page, right? Or all these boxes. I have box 2, then box 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so I have total 5 box, right? So also change the class name. I don't want the same class name for everyone. I need the unique class name. Maybe I can apply like a different colors or any different style, right? This class name will be helpful for me. But this box is the same. I can give a same style also, right? So let's do that. I'm saying dot box and width 150 pixel, height 150. I'm just trying to create a small box, right? And border of 2 pixel or maybe 5 pixel, solid red. Good, that is all right. So if I go live view now, let's now go side by side. Okay, so I will collapse, and you can see those 5 box there, right? And I mean right now all has the same background, sorry, same border. You can change that. You have the box, it has box like a, let me see here. Okay, so box 1 2 3 4 4 and 5 here, right? I mean, before we can design this more, right, let's try to understand. This is a parent box. I can select this. In Flexbox, always select your parent box, right? And then display property you have to apply. There is a property called display, and like display inline block, inline flex, inline. See, there are so many properties for a display, even grid, right? When we learn about grid box, we're gonna talk about this. But our job right now is flex. That's it. When I do flex, what happened now? The children. Okay, let's give the border, right? Border of 5 pixel, solid, black. Okay, something different than the red. Look at here. When I save now, right, the 5 box get in one row, right? So how many columns are there? Look from the top, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, because I have 5 children, they make 5 columns. The always you're gonna have display flex, and then in our case we have make a same size box, like even the fixed width, just to understand, right? Right now you just need to understand few properties. So display flex, then you understand gap, right? Gap is like space, so column gap and row gap. Okay, let's make it 20 pixel. See, so there is a gap between the children, right? Next is the flex direction. So you may be saying, okay, right now the flex direction is row, it's in the row, right? I can make it column right now. Again, I can row by default, it is row. Okay, it's one row, but you can make it one column also, right? So flex direction, column, and this was our default. Like all the block element, all the div elements are block elements, so they appear on the top of each other, right? But we have the gap now. By applying flex we get the benefit. Okay, you can have a gap between them, you can add easily gap, right? Just remember that you can even apply row gap or column gap, right? So always use gap, good enough. Okay, so flex direction, either row, you can write row here, right? Sometimes you can make a row, sometimes you can make a column, depends on our need, right? See, so you have to remember this three. Now if you remember this three, that's good, right? Then there is justify content. Okay, so I will make it center and see what happened, right? Nothing happened. Flex end, nothing. Flex start, right? Nothing. So why maybe nothing happening? Because remember we have the 5 box, right? And they already occupy the whole space from top to bottom, that's why nothing happened. But what I can do, I can delete couple of. Now let's delete this. Now I have 2 box only, right? And I'm gonna try again. Flex end, nothing happened. Now maybe thinking why not happen? Because the parent box, see the parent box here, you need a space inside the parent box and there is no space. So let's give a height now, right, of 90, maybe view height, that is 90% of the display, right? By doing this, what happened? See, the children, right, flex end, they just grow like a crazy, they occupy the whole space, right? So if there is a space, it even flex children can grow. Okay, so now it may be more confusing, right? Okay, it's just happening everything automatically, right? So let's remove this flex end. Let's remove this, right? Let's remove that for now and see what happened. So still it takes the whole height, right? It taking the whole height. So I'm gonna delete this flex direction, also just keep it normal, right? Okay, so you can see even in the normal what happened, we have 2 children, right, from top to bottom, and the height of the box grow, right? Even though our box has a height of 150 pixels, so let me remove this 150 pixel also, right? Just remove the height of the box and see, nothing happened. If I remove the width, what gonna happen, right? So there is no width, No width means the box does not have any size, right? Only the size is like text 1 and 2, and that's it. So always remember, you can give a size to the box, right? Let's do one more thing. The box. See this is the box, right? Each children, okay, so each children you can give a what width. You can give a width, right? In flexbox we also call width flex basis. Flex what basis, right? Basis. And let's make a flex basis. Maybe how much? Let's make it let's give it to 1 and see what happens, right? Okay, flex basis 1 did not work. If I make a 50%, so the both box, what happened? Take 50%, right? Both like a 50% of this space. I can grow this, right? And they can grow 50%. So sometimes you need a two box, right, of equal size. You can give a width of 50%. Give it percentage wise also, right? Either you can use the width, but better to use flex basis, okay? Flex basis. You can do that 50%. Okay, that's a lot confusing. I'm sure you guys just get confused, right? So let's make this very simple now. In the parent box, what happened? You have to apply display flex. There is a gap, and there is two important property, that is justify content, which will be flex start and baseline, right? Space around, space between, and space evenly. So remember that justify content will be, I mean, right now we have given this box 50%. So I'm going to remove, right? And let's get back to our width of how much? 150 pixel, okay? Just keep it like that, just to understand, right? That's it. Now, I'm also going to remove this height for now, right? I'm just going to remove this height. So that's the box, right? And also we need the height just to make it little, just to look better, right? So just look at now. So first we're gonna try to understand align. Let's understand align item, right? That will be easy to understand. So this will go, I mean, flex, always there is a flex start and center, right? So flex end, it will push the item to the end, okay? It did not push, what happened? Let's see. Align items, flex end, right? I hope I didn't put something wrong. Border is there, that's fine. Parent, display flex, gap is this much, align item. Why I put okay, this is the parent, right? That's okay. Let's make it center. Something is wrong, right? It's just not moving. The childrens are not moving, correct? So yeah, something is wrong, okay? Something is not correct. So we have these two children, right? Then we go display flex, that working. Then add a gap also, right, of 5 pixel, that working. Then flex direction, we understand there is row and column, right? So if I just put column, it will go in the column direction, right? That is fine. And row is by default. So three things we learned. Align items, let's do that. Align items and just put in the center, right, and see what happened. So it did not move, okay? What should be the issue, right? Let's see. So we have this parent box. There is a two children, right? They should move in the center, okay? and that's the problem. I'm not sure why it did not move. This will easily move in the center. With, yeah, I mean, everything looks fine. Okay, let's see. There's something error in this page. So we have this parent box and the div 1 and 2, right? So this will move in the center, guys, but it did not move. 5 pixel, that is okay. I'm just surprised. Just give me a second, okay? Align items. Flex in, it should go in the last, right? Like if there is enough space, it should move to the last, okay? It should move in the last, right? So if you go to this site, right, I will post this also, but look at here, the container display flex direction is the horizontal movement, right? So the row is the horizontal and the column is the vertical, okay? That's what you have to understand. And flex wrap, basically if there is no space it will wrap, right? We're going to look at later, but first justify content and align item, right? So justify content, okay, I think I did a mistake, align item, right? So that should be align. I see justify content is for the row, right? When you have flex direction row, that is what we have in our case. If you look at the, this is a row, right? So in this case, to move horizontally or x-axis, we're gonna have to use justify content. See, even I will get confused sometimes. Justify content. Now we start flex start or end, right? So this will be end and it will go to the end of the box. And if you do the center, item will go in the center, right? See, and next thing, let's, yeah, so next thing, if I, let's give the height, right, to this parent box. Height, I'm going to increase to how much? Maybe 90 view height. So this is the parent box, right? Height 90 view height, okay? And give a border also, 5 pixel solid red, not red, let's make a blue, right? Blue. So you see this is the 90% height, okay? Now there is two things, okay? The most important thing to understand is when my parent box, right? See, I supposed to increase the height here. Last time I think I put in the individual box, right? 90 view height. That's why they grow all the way height, okay? That was mistake also. So see, even I get confused with the box. This is the child box, okay? So let's keep this one on the top, right? Better here. So when we have flex direction, okay, flex direction row, that is by default. When you make flex, the row is automatically, in that case, to move horizontally, this will justify content will move the children in horizontal direction, okay? So there are 5 property, I believe. Flex start, end, center, uh, then space between, space around, and evenly, right? So if I put space between, that both children will be pushed away and there will be space between. Look at that. Good. Now if space evenly and space around, right? Almost same thing, but the space, like the way it arrange the space, right? So space evenly. Look at evenly, right? So that is everywhere has the same space all around of the box. Okay, now maybe you're thinking, okay, Dev, how are you going to move vertical, right? That was the horizontal when the flex is row, but vertical will be align items, right? And then center. Okay, see, now they are in the center of the page, right? So this is the best way to make something in the center of your box. Justify content. I mean, you can make it, let's make it center also, right? This will be always helpful, okay? Justify content center and align item center, right? That's it. That is all you need to remember. Display flex, justify content, align item. Now one thing, okay, flex, one more thing, right? I mean, we talk about the width or flex basis. So justify content, align items, and flex wrap, right? Wrap, flex wrap. You can put wrap. This, what this will do, right? This will wrap if there is many items. So let's create many items here. I'm just gonna copy this for now, right? Like that. Save. Still need, or maybe I can reduce this size right here. And look at here, because I have many items and there is no space, they all wrap, right? They just wrap, okay? They just go down. See? So that's what we have to understand. Let me close, minimize this, and you can see now, right? The wrap position. There is something called reverse wrap. Okay, reverse wrap also, right? But let's not talk about that right now. Just sometimes you're gonna need wrap, okay? So there is a lot of space between the wrap item now. How you gonna put together? For that, there is a property called align, not item, but align should be content, right? What is that align content here? Align content, and you maybe say, you maybe call it like flex start, and see, they all get together now, right? So that is all you have to remember. The space, you can change the item size in our project, right? Normally what we do is you're gonna have 2 or maybe 3 maximum box, the child box. Inside the child box you're gonna have some content, and sometimes you have the child box maybe 50% or 60% of the width. Okay, what I mean by that, right? Let me show you now. I'm gonna delete this. I'm just gonna have 2 child, right? This 2 child right now is in the center. I can take that out also. So aligned, let's remove this both, right? Okay, so that is by default for the display flex. Start from the left of corner, right? Always of the parent. Now I want my first item and second item, first item taking 60% and second item taking how much? Maybe 40%, right? Can we do that? Yes. So we say dot box 1 because that is the first item, right? And width, make it 60%. That's it. Okay, see? And my box 2. So the width you apply to the individual, right? This box, that is a general for all box, because the reason we use that, because I want to show you, right? Make same size of box and try to experiment, okay? And then box 2, the width will be maybe 35%. We can do that also, right? See? So there is a space on the right side. So 60 and 35 is 90%. So you have 5% space. Maybe you can use that in the center, right? So horizontal, what is horizontal? That is justify content. Don't forget that, okay? Like me, right? I will forget. Justify content will be space between. So all the outside margin will go in the between, right? See, we get space in the between. If you remember this much, that will be enough for our project, right? So you guys can, you have watched the video already. I mean, it's better, right? You can watch that couple of times. In the flex box, you always gonna get parent box. Inside the parent, right? You're gonna have children, and the way you arrange children, okay? So always think, okay, parent box, many children box, and we just arrange them, right, left to right or top to bottom, maybe increase the size of the children. That's what you have to think of. Okay, so let's work on our project, right? Let's quickly do the small project here. The next one is uh, this one, right? I believe. Oh, okay, this one was left, yes, we can start on this. Let's go through that. So I will just work on this, right? Flexbox for now. So I will delete the all this thing. See, in this case, right, again, it's similar to what we have done here. Okay, similar. Oh, we have this one. I'm just gonna create the button, right? Because you know how to create all this. So I'm just gonna add button there. I don't have to recreate everything. So go to the project, challenge one. I think we're working on that, right? And if I go live view, so we have already this. Okay, I just need to add a button. How I can do that? Okay, so collapse, and then below the paragraph, right? Below the paragraph here, I need a button. Okay, so I can call the button tag like this, and then I'm saying, let me look at the design. It's I want to learn, right? So I want to learn. Good. Now check the challenge. That's the button, right? So we have to style this button. You can give a class name maybe, or just use the name, right? So let's give a class name btn and go to css, and then select that btn. So dot btn, and what we do. So if you look at the button has a border, right? So border, make it none. Always, if you want to make a button from the button tag, remove the border to none. It will look little smooth. Add padding. I want to make this button big, right? So add a padding of 8 pixels, top and bottom, left and right 16 pixels. So it will grow like that, right? Maybe we can add a margin top. Let's add margin top, right? Of margin top of 20 pixels just to bring it down. And when you do that, it move down, right? You can make more big. Okay, so let's make this 12 pixel, top and bottom, left and right maybe 18, right? Just to increase little bit size. So I'm not giving the width or something like that. Okay, then the fonts, also add a font size, right? Make it around 18 pixel. Can we do that? Yeah. So there is a background color, right? Background color of I'm not sure what. Let's add this aqua maybe, right? Just to look at little bit, then after that, what we do? Enter. Okay, we have a background color. After that, so let's check the design one time. So okay, a capital letter, right? How we can do that? Capital letter. So text transform, is that text transform to capitalized uppercase. Okay, so these are the few properties you have mostly, right? You have to remember: border, padding, margin, font size, background color. Always, for every element, what I will ask you, right? For just take any element and try this property 100 times. Okay, memorize it. Okay, if you can do that, you will be using always same, same 99% of it. So that's it. We have done. We have to make this radius rounded, right? So go to the challenge. So now, radius, border radius, not yeah, border radius, right? round, to make round it should be around, if you make 100%, let's see how it looks, right? 100%, that's not, that's the 100%, not good. So what about 33%? 33 pixel, I believe, right? That should be fine. Yeah. So now you want to bring like a click icon, right? So that is cursor pointer. Okay, cursor should be pointer, right? And now if I bring my cursor here, okay, it looks something like this. That's it. That is all you have to create. This much property must master it 100%, right? Just do that. Okay. So now challenge one, I can create a new challenge, right? Can I do that? I have to go. Okay, I need to open the new folder, right? File, open folder, and I'm gonna say 2 dash CSS challenge for now. CHALLELE CHALLENGE, right? Challenge. Okay, I have done a spelling mistake there. CHALLANGE. Okay, let me change that. Good. Now inside, we can add a new file. So we're gonna work on the new next project, right? One more, we're gonna do that. Go back here, index.html, and then we need style, right? Style.css. So index, you need to add your boilerplate, and then just call it challenge. Maybe, I'm not sure what is that, 4 or I think 5 challenge, 4, right? And connect your CSS. Okay, link dot slash style.css. What is this? No, I don't need Copilot, you know. Skip. So first we're gonna look at our design. Go back here, right? And then this is the one, right? So the, you know, the first, the top one was same, right? The other one was same. So I'm gonna redo it, everything. Okay, so you guys can see, right? What I need, the header section, the top one, right? Header. Okay, then inside header you have this header will act like a background color, right? Then I need to put everything in the center, like equally distribute the item, equally add the margin, right? Not, let's not call it the distribute, but equally add the margin on each section. Okay, that is important. Equal margin on each section, right? So I need a container. So I'm gonna call this box a wrapper or container, right? That's it. And then inside this container, I'm gonna have a box which has this like heading 1, paragraph, and button, right? So let's add a box here, and I'm gonna have heading 1, responsive layouts don't have to be a struggle, right? STRUGG struggle. And then you have paragraph, you know, and then you have button, right? Again, so button, and then I want to learn. Good. So I'm done with this section, right? I just need to, I have a header which is gonna have background. Then inside the box, I need to design the container CSS, right? So let's do that. First, I will add this star, uh, margin 0, padding 0, box sizing, always border box, and then you're gonna need header, right? A header. So I'll just select the name. You can give a class name, that's fine. So there is a background color of maybe uh, green, but not that green, right? Let's see, somewhere here, maybe little dark. Okay, let's keep it like this. Okay, then you're gonna have the text white, right? So color, let's make it white. Okay, and I'm gonna need a padding, right? Top and bottom, because inside this box I need, see, there is a space on the top and bottom, so that is padding. Top and bottom 50 pixel, left and right I don't need. Why? I'm gonna have a container, that is wrapper, right? What name I give? Container. Okay, so this container, how you gonna design the container? Always container will be like a width of 90% or 80%, and it has maximum width for large screen, right? So in large screen, I'm saying container, you don't grow more than let's call it 1200 pixel, right? Don't grow more than 1200 pixel. So imagine this container is a box whose maximum size is 1200 pixel. In small screen, 90%, like mobile. So you have 10% on the right side right now, space. Let's make it equal distributed both sides. So margin, top and bottom I don't need, but left and right I will make it auto. So auto will equally distribute the margin. So let me close this, and I'm gonna take I'm gonna go live here, right? So you can see now, right? This is what you can see. Of course you have to give some style and all those things, but the space on the left and right already there. You can, you can take this box now, this wrapper, right, div. So let's call it maybe hero section, hero, right, hero text, something like that, and then dot hero, and that will go how much? With maybe 60% of the parent, that's it, right? Then you have heading one, font size, increase it how much? Maybe 48 pixel, right? Or more than that. You want to make it around 672, something like that, right? Not font family, font size, guys. Surprised why it's not changing. Yeah, so you can see now, right? We can, that's too big, so let's make it 42. Yeah, now, you know space, like there is a lot of space between the two lines, so line height will be how much? Maybe 0.9%, right? Yeah, that is fine. If you make it one, how much will be that? It's still gap, right? So you can leave it one or maybe 0.9. That's fine. Now you want space below that, okay? So just make it margin bottom, or you can choose the paragraph, right? P tag. So you can call it like hero key, you know, and margin top and bottom. So margin top and bottom of 18 pixel. Left and right, you can keep it 0. If you want to increase the font size, you can do that. If not, you can leave it like that. Font size of 18 pixel if you want, right? Now you have button. So hero button, or just a button name, right? Again, you add a padding. Okay, let's give a first background color, okay? Of, is the same thing. Then you're gonna add the padding, right? Give a padding of top and bottom 12 pixel, left and right maybe 18 pixel, right? And then you can increase the remove the border. Okay, let's make remove the border, right? Make it border none. I don't want border. It looks nice without border, smooth. And increase the font size, so that will also increase the like box size, you know, of maybe 21 pixel. You can increase the font weight also, right? Font weight, make it little bold, you know, bold. You can do that. See, make it uppercase. Text transform to cap uppercase, right? Uppercase. You can do that. What else we need? You can change the border radius, right? So border radius, make it 33 pixel, and I think let's leave it font weight. I think without font weight it looks nice, right? Border radius, that is fine. Then what else? Cursor pointer, you know. Yeah, so I'll just keep it. I mean, you can practice, right? The next thing is designing this one. This is what I need to teach, right? That's what we have learned in the Flexbox. So see, this is the header box. Okay, done. I'm going to create a new section here. Section. Let's give a class name of section 1, right? So what we have here now, the section 1 is used for adding just the padding on top and bottom, right? And if there is a background, you can use for background, similar to the header. Okay, we use header what for background and adding the padding, that's it. But also I need to add the equal margin, so that is a div, and the class name is container, right? Container, good. Now see, this container will automatically add the equal margin on left and right, because this style is applied, this one applied. I don't have to worry now, right? Next thing is I need a flex box, parent box, right? I'll give a class name of maybe flex or parent, you know, you can call it anything. So for flexible box, because remember I have a 3 box in one row, so I need a 3 div, right? And I can call this maybe, let's call this box 1, and then you have the similar 3 box. You can call it all box and then box 1 if you want different style, right? But let's give it for now, say, because they all look same size, so I'm going to keep the same style or same css and apply the same style to all of them, right? So each box has heading 2, and that is zip, and there is paragraph, right? So maybe paragraph not too much, I think maybe 15 word, something like that. So I'm just gonna copy both of them, right, and put it in box, the second box, and also in third box, and change the heading to, so the second heading is quick and the third is quality, right? Quality, QUALITY, quality. Good. So if I look at my page now, go back here and see, it looks something like this. So you know there is a section 1, right, class. So I can select that now, dot section 1, what I said, just use for maybe some background or maybe some padding, right? So I don't need background, I just give a padding top and bottom of 50 pixel. Left and right I don't need because I have a margin container, right? See, now I have a class called flex, that is a parent box, and I will do display flex. See, and then I want text to be center, so text align center. So text align is the normal css, right? For the text, you have used that before, center. Now there is a heading 2, right? They have a color now, text color. There is a color, correct? Maybe I'm not sure. Uh, let's use this. Oh, that's not good. So we can maybe, let's go here, right? I don't know what color we're gonna use. Let me see. That's like a, not orange, but okay, from orange I'm gonna choose, right? That's purple, okay. Look like a purple, right? Yeah, from here you can divide, I mean, extract something similar. So you can even change the, like RGB, or I'll just keep it hex, okay? Also, you can add the font size for the heading too. How much is that? Make it like 36 pixel. And add space below heading too. So margin bottom, always, right? Maybe 21 pixel. And now check. So see, done. Now you have same thing below also, right? But there is a background color and all those things. You have only to cheap and quick. So I mean, that should be very easy, like, okay, I'm just gonna rewrite, or I will copy this, right? And below that section, and I'm gonna make this 2, section 2, okay? And then I just gonna delete the third one, right? I don't need, and that should work. So go back now and check. See, we have this, but we need to now change the background color, right? So dot section 2 background color will be same like the other one, right? Here, just keep it like that. And the color will be white, right? Good. Check now. Save. So it looks, so in section is used for adding padding also, right? So let's give a padding of top and bottom 50 pixel, and left and right I don't need, so make it 0. Now you may be thinking, okay, why this heading 2 again, same like before? Because that's what we have copied. We said all heading 2, right? Now you want to change this to white, so I'm saying dot section 2 h2, your color will be white. See, so that is all we have to do. Yeah, so see, now we, even there is no space between these two, right? We don't have space between these two boxes. They all take the same size, and they're touching each other, right? So why not, uh so there is a child called box. What is the child name? The box one. Let's take that, right? Let's take that. Dot box one, and give a gap. So gap will always go in the parent, right? Not here. Gap will go in the parent. So the flex is the parent, and give a gap of maybe 30 pixel or 50, something like that. So there is a gap between the child also, right? See, so I hope you get the idea how, you're gonna select the box, and the, like, how you're gonna structure your box, right, in order to place it side by side, or maybe we can call it horizontal or vertical, okay, does not matter. So this, in the same concept, we have the next project also, the next one also, right? There is 7 and 8, so we will try to finish at least up to 7 tomorrow, and we'll try, okay, we'll do our best. So, all right guys, so that is all I have. If any question, you can ask me, right? Good. Let me stop recording.